Once in a land, much more close than far, was an elven girl by the name of Dria, whose past was burdened with the agony of lost lives, and a cursed pirate by the name of Nova Experiment. And like any story goes, the two were destined to meet. On the fateful day that they did meet, the pirate found her to be quite a beautiful girl. So surely, like pirates do, he stole to her right away. The girl had not spoken to anyone since her great tragedy, so she took to him right away as well. The pirate helped the girl. He helped her realize who she was truly meant to be, and he helped her move on and distract her from the destruction of her past. Together, the two had many great adventures, until the pirate wanted them to return to his homeland, a world full of danger of the undead, where gods of fire and sacrifice rule, though despite the harsh conditions of this world, the two continued to prevail. The elf took to the pirate's cruel ways without a care. The pirate had the elves' full trust, and the two remained to be partners in crime. The pirate made many allies and had many adventures with them and the elf, but they all soon left due to the cruelty and the rudeness of the pirate. The elf was the only one who stayed. She was loyal, and she felt she owed him. They were friends and partners. Eventually, well over her past losses, the elf Dria began to make friends again. These friends were different from the pirate Novas, and she kept them away from him for the time being, afraid of losing them too. But one day, a group arose that questioned the two's power. The Unknown Trading Company, they strived to bring healing items to the weaker ones that the two usually pillaged. This angered the pirate, and the elf felt this anger as well. The two were to end this trading company and restore their rightful place. The pirate Nova then informed the elf that he was one of the god's heads, Agni, the god of fire and sacrifice that ruled over this land. Nova was the head of immortality, and the Dria was meant to be the second head, the head of an unknown symbol of life. The elf, of course, listened to him without a second question, and became the second head of Agni. Now, the two not only strove to conquer the land as partners, but as brother and sister. The two used powers of fire to try and restore their place, but it wasn't enough. They needed more help. So the elf reached out to her friends as well, and together they worked to restore Nova and Dria, or Leafy's, power. They made great progress. However, it didn't come easily, due to the pirate Nova and Leafy's great power. Injuries did not last long for them, but for the elves' friends, Gilbert and MJ Chronomancer, they did, and they were harmed several times. And Leafy, despite her newfound cruel ways, was worried for them. Leafy also began to realize the danger of the way of the pirate. Like any pirate, Nova was a crude, rude drunk. Leafy began to really question why she went with him in the first place. Eventually, Leafy went to Gilbert and Mage and expressed her concern. They, loyal to her, agreed it would be best to leave the pirate. So they did, and they vanished into the night and were as gone as quickly as the pirate Nova would declare war on his foes. The elf Leafy learned to control the cruel urges of her Agni side, and she and the two boys lived a relatively normal life. They made even more friends and lived free from the pirate's rule, meeting more people along their travels like Echo and the Nugs. The group founded an even stronger group than the pirate Nova, and it came to be known as Planet Utah. Leafy was free from her past, as well as the pirate's grasp. Or so she thought. The elf Leafy, last of her kind, still struggled with her Agni side, and in a fit of paranoia, was truly convinced that the rest of Planet Utah was working with the pirate Nova. This marked the end of Planet Utah for Leafy as she fled once again, and Leafy hid herself away in her world of magic, keeping herself safe. Until her Agni side appeared yet again, forcing her into a magic she thought she had left long ago. Now in her world she continues this story, with blood and chaos.